DJ, I don't think you heard what he said. I don't think you know where we are. This is Hoopsfix All-Star. This is one of the biggest moments in basketball. So I need you to make some noise. Are you guys happy to be here? Sounds a little bit loud. Listen, make sure you guys lock in. If you see anything you like, actually, let's put things into perspective. Whoever's got the freshest shades and you feel like you have, I want you to upload them on social media using @Hoopfix and make sure @Hoopfix women as well. And at the end of the day, you get some gifts. Speaking of some gifts, we've got a little bit there. And we're going to start, right? Who wants to compete? Who's a hooper? Well, you get over here. Come over here. Who's a hooper? Huh? Who's a hooper? You?
The Hoopsfix All-Star Classic is a one-day celebration of talent and culture, bringing together the best of British basketball. 48 of the best of the 19 players in the country will take to the floor, facing off in a pair of All-Star games, the Foot Locker three-point shootout and dunk contest in front of over 1,000 people as they attempt to steal the spotlight and show who's got next. The Hoopsfix All-Star Classic also includes a clinic for coaches and a session for local under-12s led by Great Britain internationals. The Classic is not only an elite showcase, but a way of giving back to the basketball community. All proceeds from the day go to the Hoopsfix Foundation and then are reinvested right back into the game, bringing things full circle. Let's grow the game and put the UK on the map.
Hello and welcome to the 2022 Hoopsfix All-Star Classic live from Crystal Palace in South London. We have got 48 of the country's best under-19 players to put their talents on display today. We've got 2 All-Star games, we've got a three-point contest, we've got a dunk contest. We're going to get things kicked off with the 2022 Hoopsfix All-Star Classic three-point contest sponsored by Foot Locker, and we're going to find out who takes the three-point contest Foot Locker crown. But first, before we do all of that, let's find out a little bit more about Hoopsfix. The one and only Mr. Sam Neater, who does so much for British basketball that you probably don't know because he's behind the scenes working away. Sam, thank you for taking the time to join us. How are you doing?
Thank you for having me. I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm blessed, thank you. First of all, I've got to congratulate you. 2021 saw, the unveiling of a project that I know you've been working on for way more years than the public know you've been working on, the courts down at Clapham Common. That's amazing. How do you feel about how that all went down?
I mean, it was obviously a long journey, but yeah, to get it across the line is massively satisfying. To have seen, all of the players that are sort of playing on it every day, getting enjoyment out of it. Yeah, definitely, it hasn't been without its battles, but I would say 100% worth it. So yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be the catalyst for a lot more. But yeah, we shall see. Only time will tell.
How did you first get started with everything that you do now in the world of basketball? What was that first inspiration and passion that got you into it?
Originally, when I graduated from university, I wanted to set up late night scrimmages for young people in London to kind of keep them off the streets. There's been lots of similar sort of pilot projects that have been run in the States and have been shown to be very effective. And I thought I'd have a sort of cool website blog that would serve as the marketing tool to make people aware of these scrimmages. So I went to an event in the summer of 2009, filmed it, put highlights up on YouTube, and they sort of racked up a few thousand views pretty quickly, and then started getting a few messages from people being like, oh, what's the next event you're going to be at? What else are you going to be covering? And I thought, do you know what? Maybe this is what I should be doing. For me, growing up, I had no idea about British basketball. I had no idea at that time that we had players in the NBA. I had no idea that we had, a professional league here. I had no idea we had players playing overseas. Just had no awareness of the domestic game. So, yeah, that was the purpose of Hoopsfix. It's like, let's provide coverage to every level of British basketball, from juniors all the way through to seniors, with videos, interviews, articles, features, try and keep people informed. And it's kind of obviously grown from there.
So how have you seen the growth in British basketball? Because you've been doing this for, how many years have you actually been doing Hoopsfix from when you started?
Yeah, now we're 12, 13 years.
So over a decade in the game.
Yeah, and I mean, definitely when I compare to where the sport is now compared to where it was, it's night and day. I think the internet is, and the proliferation of social media is largely responsible for that. When I started, there wasn't TikTok. Instagram was didn't start until a couple of years afterwards, I think. It was very much Facebook still in those days, and sort of the early years of YouTube. And it's kind of, I guess it's allowed the community to come together. It's allowed a common place for people to talk about the game, share the game, discuss the game. And I think there is just, there's obviously the Sky deal for the BBL. So the BBL is now, being broadcast to people's homes every single week. That was non-existent back then. And I don't. Some people say that they feel like the game is really growing massively, and I don't necessarily think that at a grassroots level it is. I think it's always been this big, but it's just now there's much more of a spotlight on it. There's much more awareness of just how much basketball is being played. So yeah, things have changed a lot, but it's definitely moving in the right direction, and I hope it's going to continue moving in the right direction. And in the next 5-10 years, we'll continue to see it sort of blow up.
Sam, we just wanted to say a huge thank you from everyone in the British basketball community for everything that you do and continue to do. And we're excited to see the heights that you can take it in the future, because we're all right behind you and we're inspiring the whole generation. It was great to sit down with Sam and hear about all things Hoopsfix. Make sure you guys are showing him some love, because he's put on an amazing event today. We've got a sold-out crowd that are making their way into the building. But it's almost time to find out who will be crowned the 2022 Hoopsfix All-Star Classic Foot Locker 3-point champion. So to do that, I'm going to throw you over to our amazing commentary team, Mr. Dan Routledge, the OG. He's in the building. He's going to be taking you through the Foot Locker 3-point contest.
Thank you very much, Mo. But the only way I can do that is by bringing in somebody who is actually a very good 3-point shooter. I couldn't find one, so I got Siobhan Pryor with me instead.
I thought you were actually going to give me a compliment.
Almost. But the teams are out there warming up for the shootout. So we've got 8 contestants in this shootout, and then basically it's the usual 3-point shootout format. 5 balls in a rack. Last ball is worth double. That's worth 2. 1 point for each of the others. You go from rack to rack, have a minute to do it. Usual format.
Usual format, but it's a tricky one. I've never actually done this before, but I imagine that mentally it's quite tough. You just have to keep letting it fly, letting it fly, letting it fly.
So, as you can see on the screen, 1 minute to go round, and then we're about to get ready for the first contestant. So the top score is 30, top 3 will go through. Here we go then. Anna Nevson, the first one to go, and we are underway.
Anna Nevson from Itchen.
There we go, got the money ball. So it's the key one there, gives you a bit of rhythm.
Yeah, the most important one. She is letting it fly. 37% for her this year from 3 in the WEABL.
That was a good rack for her. I hope T's keeping count here, because I'm not. Somebody is. She's in it. She's in a rhythm though.
She is in a rhythm. I think she had 3 in that one, 3 in this one.
There's a couple of money balls have gone in as well. This is
Letting
really
it fly.
setting. Yeah. This is setting the bar. The rest of them in the contest are starting to worry now.
Yes, money ball. She's in it. I can see her face. She's in the zone.
There we go. Moneyball's finish, not quite.
Final score
15 is the official score on that.
Woo! What a way to
That's
get
a good
us going.
start.
That is a good start. A really good start. She said to me before she went on, as long as I do better than I did last year. She definitely did that.
So Anna Neverson with 15 set the bar and gets an applause from her teammates. And Liv Forster now is up next.
Liv Forster, an absolute offensive force for Ipswich. I've seen her absolutely gunning this year in the WEABL. She dropped that one. She made it still.
There we go.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's in.
Those money balls really set you up for the next one.
Yeah, they do. She's got a really good form. I think this is a little slower in pace, though, than Anna. Ooh, one more!
Perfect rack.
Told you, she is a gunner.
Just got that one over the front of the ring.
15 seconds, 15 seconds.
She might not make the whole rack here.
Yeah, she's picking up the pace a little bit.
She's trying to get the last few shots off. The problem with that is you leave yourself not shooting the money ball.
I mean, she hit a high enough percentage up to that point, though.
13, the official score on that one for her.
Next, ladies and gentlemen, representing Charlotte College, please welcome to the floor, Katie Yanashevska.
Katie Yanashevska up next.
AJ in the house. And it's your time to shine here in the three-point contest. Is counted down, ladies and gentlemen. 5, 4, 3,
Here she goes.
1. Let's go.
First rack.
I think it was KJ won the first round last year,
Yeah,
didn't
she
she?
made the final last year.
Yeah.
There we go. She's got going now.
Money ball goes in.
It's got a nice high arc on the shot. This
Yeah,
gives it
she's
a better
really
chance
smooth.
if it does hit the ring. There we go. Good finish to that rack.
A lot of these guys that are in this competition can score in so many different ways as well, but the fact that they can shoot from the three-point line, it just makes them so much more dangerous everywhere else.
Not going to quite get to the end of the round. 15 as well for KJ. So top 3 goes through. We've got 2 on 15.
And up now, representing 0161, ladies and gentlemen, from Manchester. Please welcome to the floor, Charlie Rowe.
Charlie Rowe. The next player out.
Senior and Junior National Basketball League action. Hoopsfix in Manchester. Don't let them down, Charlie. It's time to get this one started. Here we go. 5, 4, 3.
Starting in the near corner. There
Lefty, we got a lefty.
There we go. Money ball for Charlie Rowe on the first rack. Gets a friendly bounce. Needed that one though. Halfway through the time, not quite halfway through. Again, just needs to pick the pace up to get all the shots away, but needs some to go in.
Yeah, I think that's the difference, isn't it? She's gone a little slower, but she's had a lower percentage, so this rack's important.
Well, rhythm works both ways, doesn't it? When you've not quite got it, and that'll do her minute up. I don't know if that last one will count or not. 7, the score for Charlie Rowe. So that is the 4 female participants. Now we will have the 4 men. It's the top 3 out of all of them. They're just going to change the balls because obviously the women play with one size smaller, so they're just swapping them round.
I think a really massive improvement actually from last year's 3-point contest. Like, those girls came out to shoot today.
Well, 15 is a decent score.
Yeah.
And obviously there's only 4 still to go, so as long as all 4 of them or 3 of them don't go past 15, those 2 will have a good chance of being in the final.
Yeah, like you said, it is a tough one though. Like if they're going in, they're going in, and if they're not, you know, sometimes they aren't.
Good crowd in here, still coming through the door at Crystal Palace, but it is sold out. All the tickets snapped up. The final few went earlier this week.
So up first, ladies and gentlemen, actually playing his basketball in Italy right now. Please welcome into the arena, Quinn Ellis.
All right, Quinn Ellis is going to be the first of the men to go.
You ready, Quinn, yeah?
Plays his basketball in Italy, so we don't get to see too much of him these days.
We don't, but we do know that he is doing so well. He's at Orlandina Basket and made the brave move 2 years ago now, I think.
Yeah. Pretty good blood stock, though, to be fair.
Yeah, he's an Ellis. It's been really nice to see. I love just watching them grow up from young. You know, I've seen this kid from like toddling around at Sheffield, and now he's a full-grown man.
Well, he's got off to a really good start. Might need to speed up a little bit if he's going to get to all 30 balls. 25, sorry. 30 points, 25 shots.
Second lefty shooter of the day. Another really smooth action as well.
Well, he's just lost the rhythm a little bit. That money ball will help.
He needed that.
He's going to run out of time, I think. He's been officially scored as 15, so that's 3 of them on 15. We could have an interesting final here with... Oh, they've corrected it to 16, which is what we had on our scoreboard as well.
Yeah, we had that on the screen too, so in the lead.
In the lead.
In the lead he goes.
Pedro Ellery is up next. 16 the target. You're going to have to get at least 15 to get into the final.
That's a tall ask. That's a really good baseline, 15.
I'm basically Stephen A. Smith.
Pedro plays his basket at Myers Co.
Oh, that's not a great start for him.
It's always interesting to see which side they like to pick the ball up from as well. He's gone to this side. He likes to get it from the left.
I just wonder whether it slows you down a little bit because you've got to run. Oh,
All
he
the
swapped
way.
it round.
Real shooters don't care, huh?
Well, yeah. But he's a little behind the clock here.
I was going to say, so I think the pickup is really important as well, and he's taking a little long to pick it up from the rack.
I don't think he's even going to get to the last rack here at this rate. Might get one shot away. This has to go in. He might get a second one away before the buzzer. Don't think that third one. Be interesting whether they give that third one or not. 10 is the score for Pedro Ellis. So 2 left. Our finalists currently: Hannah Neverson, Katie Janaszewska, and Quinn Ellis, unless one of these last 2 can get 16 or more. Oliver Wright up next.
Are we ready, Ollie? Let's get this one. He doesn't even want to communicate with me. He just spoke. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Little thumbs up from him to say he's ready.
4, 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Oh, he's got a good shot for the 3-point shooting contest. It gets up quickly. He took his time on that one, but that was a quick rack.
Yeah, about 10 seconds for that first rack. But they're all off
to the left.
Money ball from the left-hand side. 35 on the clock.
Kind of goes forward a little bit with the feet.
And he's almost, as soon as it's left his hand, he's almost straight
Ready,
back to pick it up again.
Which isn't really a natural action, which is one of the other difficulties of these 3-point shooting contests.
You can tell as well that they're starting to get tired towards the end, hitting the front of the rim.
4, 3, 2, and 1.
Well, the money ball goes in, that will count on the buzzer. But it's not enough. There's some debate on the score. 13 is the score, so he's definitely not through. So one contestant left must score at least 15 to get through to the final. Kanu Gutsa, the last man. 16 the target for the lead. 15 would kind of break the rules because they'd end up with 4 people in the final. But so let's hope he doesn't get 15.
Yeah, or he gets more. Oh no, that's not going to help. We want him to get less, are we saying?
Yeah. There we go. 2 in a row. Can he get the money ball? No.
To pick that one up off the floor. I almost feel like you should practice this before you do it. It's such a unique thing to have to do, pick it off of a rack.
Yeah. Well, they're a little short here. Needed that money ball. It's going to need a good finish here. 20 seconds should be enough time. One of the balls has come off the rack. We've quickly sorted that out. I don't think he's going to do it.
No. I feel like you jinxed him at the start.
I did, yeah.
No more than 15.
7 the score. So, assuming we've got it right here,
I think so.
we have Quinn Ellis Anna Neverson and Katie Januszewska into the final.
I believe that is all of our contestants in the first round. So now we need to make sure, ladies and gentlemen,
So they're just totting up to make sure that they have what we have before we go to the final. Presumably they'll make Quinn Ellis go first because of the...
Has he got the highest score? Oh,
well,
because of the balls.
The changing of the balls.
Yeah, you'd think so.
I think they're just confirming that the Quinn Ellis will go first, we believe. And the name's been read out to the crowd. So it will be Quinn Ellis to go first. 16 in the first round. That doesn't count now, it goes back to 0. It's what you do here in the final that decides it. Got off to a great start. Can he do that again?
The start's so important, just mentally. Sets you off on a rhythm.
There we go, this is very similar to his start first time round. 4 out of 5. For this rack, there we go.
You can see him adjust. He's adjusting himself as well. When he misses, he like adjusts the shot. Sign of a true shooter. He knows what's going wrong and he fixes the problem.
He should have enough time to complete. He's got the money ball. This could be a good target. Big shot, makes the money ball at the end, and that will really give him a good chance at winning. 18, the biggest score of the contest so far in the final for Quinn Ellis, and that is the target for Anna Neverson and Katie Januszewska as they change the balls over.
I think it's hard to go first as well, in the competition, but he's put the others under pressure there. 18, that's a strong score.
Well, as you say, KJ was in the final last year. So she'll know what it feels like, although there wasn't a crowd. We were still in COVID restrictions this time last year.
Makes a difference, I think.
Fantastic, so continuing to apply your training here in the UK. An exciting time for the London program, of course, working with the London Lions, etc. Are you excited to see who's going to win this one today?
Well, they're just about reset now for the final 2 shooters. And it's Katie Januszewska who will go first. 18 the target for KJ.
I'm thinking I want one of the girls to win.
I know you think. You thought that beforehand. What do you think she's going to do now?
And I'm thinking I'm really pleased that there's 2 girls in the final, and I think she'll be good. She's got a really nice stroke. She just needs to make sure that she gets all the way around. What a start, though. 4 of 4.
Oh, missed the money ball. This was a really good rack for her in the first round.
It was. It's a spot. It's clearly, that's a spot. Come on, KJ! Oh!
Well, she's got 8 shots to go in, but she's missed the 2 money balls. Can she make the money ball here? Yes! It's a real chance here.
Breathe, breathe. 1 One more rack.
Can she get the shots up in time? One away on the buzzer, and it's short. I think she's going to fall short as well. 14 for her. Started so well.
So well.
But just that middle rack, really, and not hitting the money balls, probably,
yeah,
at the beginning.
Well, 2 of those money balls would have tied her.
Yeah. So, Anna Neverson, who started the competition with 15, can she finish the competition with more than 18 and claim the win?
Are you ready? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Here we go.
Anna almost lets it fly. She's not even looking at where it goes, and then straight back to the rack.
Well, just the one from the first rack, and she's lost a rogue ball there.
She's just got to get the rhythm back. That one bounce back at her as well.
Oh, and I think she's in trouble here.
Yeah.
Can't quite get it going. She did have the biggest gap, obviously being the first shooter and then the last shooter.
Yeah. And I think that little fumble there, one of the rebounds came straight back to her as well.
Not quite had it here in the final. Did a great job in the first one. As I say, first person out there. All the pressure at the start. Got all the way through the balls. Hits the final one, but it won't be enough. 11 her score. But Quinn Ellis, who had the most points in round one, also had the most points in the final. 16 and 18, the 2 scores, and he certainly looked very smooth out there.
Yeah, he did, and I think you can tell as well, there's a lot of pressure in an event like this, but you can tell that he's put himself under pressure his whole career. We talked about him as a young player going out to Europe and playing. You know, he's used to a big stage. It's a different game out there, so no surprises, really.
I mean, he's still got to come and do it, and he came and did it today.
He did.
Well, they're just setting up the presentation party.
Good job.
And the camera people have all run over the other side to get the best shot.
A nice start for the Ellis family today.
There we go, yeah, indeed.
We passed the torch from the previous winner
Well,
to the current
RMC
winner. Once again, ladies and
to
gentlemen,
here,
this year's Foot Locker 3-point contest winner.
calling it out for the spectators, but your Foot Locker 3-point competition winner is Quinn Ellis. Let's hope he saves them for later on.
I'm sure he will. I can imagine he's got many a 3 in his back pocket.
And don't forget, if you want to come up next,
Well, he's just going to head over to the baseline, and we're going to hopefully get a quick word with him in a moment or two with his rather large trophy for winning the 3-point shooting competition here in the first of today's action here at Crystal Palace in the Hoopsfix All-Star Classic 2022. And I think we can now hear from Quinn Ellis. He is with Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by the winner of the Foot Locker 3-point contest, Mr. Quinn Ellis. Quinn, congratulations. What was your mindset going into that?
I mean, just to be relaxed, to shoot, get into a rhythm was the main thing, and hitting the money balls. Because with double, it's important to hit the money balls.
Now, there's a lot of young hoopers watching this that want to know how they can become a flamethrower like yourself from downtown. How many shots you put up a day?
I don't know, obviously out in Italy, I shoot like 150, 200 shots every morning. Like in the team practice, we shoot a lot.
That's the work rate that it takes How excited are you to see the rest of the day in this event that we got all the crowd here for?
I mean, like, it's a crazy event. I'm so glad to be a part of it. I'm just looking forward to seeing the games, the dunk contest, and obviously the men's game as well is going to be great. Stick around.
That's right, you heard it from the man himself, the Foot Locker 2022 Hoopsfix All-Star Classic 3-point champion. We got an action-packed day ahead. We got a dunk contest, the women's game, the men's game, so make sure you guys stay tuned. And I'm going to hand you back to the hands of our commentator, Mr. Dan Rowledge.
Thank you very much, Mo. And they will now set up for the women's game. The women's teams coming out and warming up before we get things underway. I know you're excited about this. You're excited for this, Sinead.
I love watching the British basketball play, and to have them all on the same stage, it's such a treat. You know, it's just, I like watching the growth, and I like watching them from young, and I think it's really nice. A lot of these girls, you know, are going off to the States next year, a lot of them going into UK universities as well. It's really nice for them to have this opportunity to play together on the same stage for one last time. It's a real treat for us to watch.
Well, we will get to see that shortly. They're just going to have their little warm-ups, but we've got a little video for you now about the making of the Clapham court by Hoopsfix. So let's check that one out.
Basketball in this country struggles. Like, we've all grown up on it. We all know that facilities generally are not very good. We've all grown up on the indestructible rims that are horrible to play on, the gravel floor, and so creating spaces that inspire more people to play the game, more people to take the game seriously is something that I really want to do, and I think will have a long-term impact, which will make a difference to an entire generation of players. And so the more of that we can do, well, the more I want to do, and the better it is for the game. So in 2018, we decided that we wanted to renovate a basketball court in London. We put out a thing on Twitter, and so Clapham Common was the place that was most nominated by people, and this seemed like the perfect situation, perfect place to do it. And so that's what we did. Of course, because it's a common, we didn't realise this until we got a bit further down the line, but because it's a common and not a park, there are a number of different sort of restrictions around it and legalities around it that made it take a lot longer than we'd hoped. So yeah, it's taken 3 years to get to this point, and in large part because of Foot Locker's involvement over the last year and a half through their Raise the Game campaign in partnership with the NBA. It's really accelerated the process, and we've here we are, and finally able to open it and let the public use it. Why this means so much to Hoopsfix is that as part of our contract with Lambeth Council, we're allowed a certain amount of days to use it for our own events in the summer. Obviously that's in conjunction with Foot Locker as well. And having the seating, having the bleacher seating for 180, I think it will be, all of a sudden we have a venue that we can run events for free because we have that agreement with the council, and we can ticket them because we've got spectator seating, which allows us to be able to bring more money into the sport, to be able to reinvest into the things that we're doing to try and grow the game. So it's a game, it's a literal game changer for us. It will, increase our resources to be able to grow the game and hopefully make a difference long term. So yeah, it's been a long journey to get here, but 100% worth it now, seeing it sort of come to life and seeing everyone coming down and getting so much pleasure out of it.
Well, we are super impressed with what Sam has done there, and I know it's the first of what he hopes to be several more, but we're just going to set ourselves up for the women's under-19s game, which is going to start in about 10-12 minutes time, so make sure you join us for that.